Hey guys, it's Mona Van, and in today's video, I'm sharing my top 3 favorite ingredients for hair. Today's video is all about hair, so I'm going to be reviewing some of the top ingredients for your hair, why they're good for you, and how you can incorporate their food source into your diet. One thing I notice in a lot of the feedback in the comments and DMs and emails is that you guys seem to appreciate when I explain why I like something, like how it works, why it's good for you, and just kind of give more reasoning behind some of these ingredients. So I'm gonna make sure to do that today with all of the ones I talk about. I also wanna share that I did partner with Aveda on this video, so all of the ingredients I discussed can be found in their Botanical Line, which is the line I've been using for the last 6 months and absolutely love. So when it comes to Aveda's Botanical Line, I just wanted to highlight some of my favorites in the line. Honestly, I use them all. I'm completely out of the shampoo, so I don't have it here to show you, but the shampoo I love because it just makes my hair feel clean. And there's really no other shampoo that's let me not wash it for like 2 to 3 days, TMI, but like usually after a day and a half, 2 days, 100%, I feel like it looks oily and I have to wash it. But this one really lets me go like a full 3 days, and I feel like it just hydrates, but also doesn't let me like overproduce oil, if that makes sense. So I really like the shampoo. The leave-in mask, there's 2. This one is the rich version, so it's the intensive strengthening mask. You can use this in place of your conditioner, like maybe once or twice a week. Honestly, I use it more, just depends on if you have time to wait like the 5 minutes that you wanna leave it in. This really adds a lot of moisture and softness to your hair. If you feel like you have really dry hair, I definitely recommend trying this one because it just really, really works. I can't explain it. Like my hair just feels amazing after. And then as much as I love those, if I had to pick one that was my favorite, I would say it's the strengthening leave-in treatment, specifically because it's so good at protecting your hair from heat. So I'm really, really big on heat protection. I've had the same hairstylist for about 4 years now, and she, like in the beginning, was like, you have to use heat protectant. Like my hair was kind of a mess when I went to her, and now I use like multiple types of like heat protection. I always use this right after. I'll use like maybe another leave-in treatment. I make sure that I'm using like the Dyson hair dryer so that it's not overheating my hair. And she literally notices such a difference. This is the best my hair has ever looked. So I like to actually see the results. And this is one thing that just doesn't leave your hair like thick or greasy. I feel like the product applies really nice, and you know that it's gonna protect you. And most of all, my favorite thing about this whole line is that it is non-toxic for you. It's, you know, free of all the chemicals that we want to avoid. It's natural, it's vegan, it's cruelty-free, so you can just feel good all around about using it. And I've said before, sometimes I'm a little more lenient on my hair, you know, if I'm spraying something here, but when I'm actually like massaging into my scalp, like I don't want that going into my body. And so if there's a line that's gonna be like, you know, great for my hair, actually have results and, you know, be really good ingredients for you, then I'm sold. The first ingredient is green tea oil. So I'm a big fan of green tea, whether it's in your diet, whether it's in products and my skincare and my hair products, but first let's get into the hair benefits. So one of the biggest benefits with green tea is that it's full of a bunch of natural antioxidants. So antioxidants are so good for our health, so good for our hair. I mean, our hair is an extension of our body and health. So when you look at the health of your hair, you know that it's kind of telling you what's going on the inside as well as how you actually take care of it. So 2 prominent antioxidants found in green tea oil are linoleic acid and oleic acid. And what they're going to do is help repair damaged, treated, chemically altered, dyed hair, which most of us have done at this point in life. You know, I feel like everyone's hair is a little bit damaged unless you've literally never touched it, and like major respect. But I've definitely colored my hair and, you know, gotten some different chemical treatments. So I like adding it into my regimen. The oleic acid and the linoleic acid are really hydrating and moisturizing and soothing. So what you're gonna notice with this is a lot of shine. I actually think that's one of the biggest compliments I get on my hair ever is like, how is your hair so shiny? And I've never once used like a shine spray. I just really kind of attest to quality products that I use and my diet, which I'm pretty rigorous about both, making sure that everything I eat and put on my body or skin is really of high quality. One really interesting study with green tea oil actually measured the strength of a single strand of hair. So they took natural hair and then like dyed hair, you know, different types, whether it was dyed or damaged or actually just natural and virgin hair, and they tested the strength of it. So if you pull the strand of hair, like how hard can you pull before it breaks? across all types of hair, the green tea oil helps strengthen it and like increase that like durability. So I think that's super cool. I mean, you know, pulling on your hair, whether it's like up in ponytails or when you get it styled a lot, that's one thing that can really make you lose a lot of hair. So I will link that study below if anyone's interested. I like to geek out on things like that and actually see like, okay, show me the science, like how does it work? And I thought that was really interesting. So green tea oil is found in green tea. So when I talk about the benefits of green tea oil, of course, if you're drinking green tea or any green tea products, you're going to get those as well. In terms of diet, of course, you could add some green tea into your diet. One thing I would say here is make sure you're using a really high quality green tea. Of course, we have to do a lot of our own research here because with different teas, sometimes there's toxicities and mold buildup. So one brand I personally love is Peak Tea. I'm gonna list a few that I like below if you guys want some suggestions, but you could of course do your own due diligence here and make sure you're getting a really good high quality green tea. I personally like matcha because I like to make it into a latte. Now, matcha on its own, I do not like the taste of. Like if I were to just do like a matcha in hot water, not my thing, it's a little bit bitter. But when I make it into a latte, specifically with oat milk or coconut milk, I think these pair really well because they're kind of creamy and give it like a natural sweetness so you don't have to add extra sugar. So try oat milk or coconut, add a little pumpkin pie spice, make your matcha latte, and just try replacing like 1 or 2 coffees a week with that just to get a little bit of the extra benefit for your health and your hair. The next ingredient is avocado oil. And by the way, for a lot of these different ingredients, I'm gonna also list their plant version here. It's a little hard to pronounce and I don't wanna butcher it, but avocado oil is what we are going to review. So avocado is one of my favorite foods in the world in terms of health, nutrition, beauty benefits. I mean, I've definitely been known to take an avocado and massage it into my hair. But you know, when you're doing that with the actual food, it's not as concentrated, so you're really not getting as much benefit. So let's get into actual avocado oil in products and why it's beneficial. So I like to say it has kind of like a threefold effect. It strengthens, moisturizes, and repairs. So if anyone, whenever you think of avocado, I think like moisture, like lustrous, like just really soft. Like it's got so many of those fatty acids that can really help hydrate and nourish our hair. And another thing it's really known to do is seal cuticle cells, which helps prevent breakage. Breakage is one thing that we all really want to watch for, especially if you think like, oh, my hair is thinning or it doesn't really grow that well. Sometimes we don't account for it actually breaking before it can get long. Like a lot of times we're thinking like, let me take biotin, let me take these supplements to help my hair grow. And it might be growing fine, but maybe it's just breaking. Like heat styling can absolutely break your hair, especially if you're not, you know, using a heat protectant. Styling your hair when it's wet is really not a good thing. I used to always like to like get out of the shower and put my hair in a tight bun. Just feels good to get it out of your face. But apparently what I've learned is putting your hair up or styling it when it's wet, it's really, really vulnerable then. So that can also cause a lot of breakage. So just some random tips there. So if you are going to be doing a lot of over styling or things to your hair, of course, like, you know, we have to live our lives. Make sure you're adding in a little bit of avocado oil to help seal in those cuticle cells. Now, when it comes to adding avocado oil into your diet, avocado oil is found in natural avocados. So if you've watched any of my other videos, you've probably known that I'm known to just like throw an avocado into my purse and then like find a, you know, reusable knife somewhere. If I go to a cafe, I literally cut it open and eat it right out of the peel. Sometimes I'll bring some like crackers or veggies with me and just dip them right in there. I have some really great avocado recipes I can list below. It's just one of my favorite foods. I think that it's so easy to add to any meal and make it an actual meal. So if you're having a snack or something and you want to make it a little more dense, just like throw in an avocado and you won't go wrong. And next is Sasha Inchi oil. I personally love this ingredient. It might be my favorite out of all three in terms of hair benefit, just because I find it really unique and there's not many products I've found to incorporate it. I first discovered Sasha Inchi a couple years ago when I had SIBO and I was trying to do like this low FODMAP diet, which is really difficult. And that was one thing that was really gentle on the stomach. So of all the different nuts and seeds, it's actually a seed, but looks like a nut. That was one thing I started incorporating, and I would get like the little packs, and I really became accustomed to the taste and really liked it and learned a lot about the benefits. So when I found it in the Botanical Line, I thought that was really, really cool, and it just like struck a chord with me. The main benefits of Sasha Inchi is that it's high in omega-3s and high in vitamin E. So it's super hydrating, super moisturizing. And even though this is an oil, it's basically gonna help regulate oil production. So it's gonna help prevent like dry scalp or dandruff and really just lock in moisture into your scalp. So when it comes to applying it, again, this is found in the Botanical Line. And when it comes to eating it, I have 3 different ways I personally like to incorporate the actual food into my diet. One is just the nuts or seeds themselves. They taste really distinct and like just interesting. I'm obsessed. The first time I tried them, I didn't like it, and then they grew on me and now it's my favorite thing. So just eating them as a snack is really good. You can also get these little packets that they come in. I'm gonna link below. You can add them into your smoothies. They have a really like kind of mild flavor. I used to always do it when I would make the kombucha squash breakfast, which I've shared in one of my other YouTube videos. I'll link below. So you could also add it, you know, as like the nut butter version. And lastly is Sasha Inchi protein powder. So this was a unique one too because I don't feel like it's as common. The protein isn't quite as high per serving as like, you know, another protein powder, but I think it's so much less grainy. It doesn't bother my stomach. So I personally like it. I don't mind not necessarily getting such a high amount of protein like per dose. So those are my 3, and again, I'll list all of those below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know hair is a topic of interest to almost everyone. This is one thing you guys request a lot, so I'm hoping you found these tips helpful. I love these ingredients. If you have any questions, let me know below. Also, if you guys want to use my code MONA20, you can get 20% off your order at Aveda, and I will put my link below so you can start shopping. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.